Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well and taking care, and welcome to this brand new video. So today we're going to be talking about the prospect of Torchwood Series 5, because since the airing of Revolution of the Daleks, there's been a lot more talk and speculation if there could possibly be in the future, the near future, the chances of getting the 5th series of BBC Doctor Who spin-off Torchwood. And yeah, we're going to talk about it. So I'm going to talk about the three options I think we have for the BBC bringing the show back, and the chances overall that I think of Torchwood returning to TV screens anytime soon. So yeah, let's get started. So option 1 would be the most obvious, and that would be bringing Torchwood back under showrunner Russell T Davies. So obviously Russell T Davies was the showrunner of Doctor Who between 2005 and 2010, and he also showran all 4 seasons of Torchwood between, I think it was 2007 and 2011 if I'm correct. And yeah, he was an absolute fantastic showrunner, but unfortunately, since leaving the show, he has said many times on record now that he isn't wanting to return to Doctor Who or Torchwood anytime soon. He's not really gave a specific reason, but I think the most likely reason is because he's obviously moved on from the show. He still loves the show, he still watches Doctor Who, he says that in many interviews now, but I'd imagine he's just enjoying the show overall as a viewer now rather than a writer, so he's kind of staying away from the world of Doctor Who, which is a big shame. However, there is still some hope. He is soon writing a story for Big Finish, I believe. I think it's a story he wrote in the 1980s, but I'd imagine his involvement with Big Finish, that could motivate him to return to the world of Doctor Who, including Torchwood. And also as well, he's also just done like the whole lockdown rewatches, a lot of content for those Emily rewatches on Twitter. So again, there is a chance that he could be motivated in the near future, especially with the whole more talking of Torchwood now since John Barnes' return in Revolution of the Daleks. There is a chance that one day Russell T Davies could return to showrunning Torchwood. Next up, the second option would be bringing in current Doctor Who showrunner Chris Chibnall. This is obviously would be a very divisive option because it is Chris Chibnall, and unfortunately he does get a lot of hate, which I think is very undeserved, but that's for another video. But yes, basically Chris Chibnall, he could, if he wanted, I'd easily imagine he could bring back Torchwood, because he has actually written for Torchwood a lot before. He wrote a lot for Torchwood Series 2, I believe, and yeah, he's obviously written for Captain Jack recently in Revolution of the Daleks, so he definitely could bring Torchwood back as a new showrunner. If he would do this, we have no idea. He was asked recently, I think it was last year, by Radio Times if he would bring back Torchwood, and he said in his own words he at the moment has no involvement with that and it's up to Russell T Davies. But I'd imagine if Chris Chibnall tried hard enough, he could get Russell T Davies to agree to let him bring Torchwood back. I can't imagine Russell T Davies stopping BBC from bringing Torchwood back any time. Also as well, if Chris Chibnall isn't up for doing the job, I'd imagine the BBC could look at Big Finish. I know they do a lot of audio dramas currently with Torchwood, so I'm sure if they tried hard enough they could easily find a new showrunner for Torchwood somewhere. And finally, the final option, which would probably be the most unlikeliest, but you never know, it could happen, would be to get a whole new TV network or streaming service to do Torchwood instead. Now we know already this is already like a possibility, because John Barrowman said in one of the Radio Times live Q&As with him last year that he has been approached many times at panels. He's been asked many times by other TV networks if they can buy the rights to Torchwood and how they would do that. So we know that the interest is there, and just imagine how good it would be if, let's say, Netflix or Amazon Prime got access to Torchwood. I know that some people would disagree, but I think, looking at Netflix and Amazon Prime have done great stuff. Netflix have done great with Black Mirror, and Amazon Prime have done great with the Grand Tour. So I definitely think they could do great stuff with Torchwood. It'd be great to see Doctor Who expanding into other networks. This is again very unlikely, because the chances of the BBC ever giving up the copyrights to Torchwood, even if they're not going to do it, is just very unlikely. I can only really see it happening if they were really offered a lot, and I mean a lot of money from these other networks. So I think this is unlikely, but you never know. There was a bit of a deal with the last series of Torchwood, Miracle Day, with the US TV network Stars, so there could be like a production or something maybe with Netflix in the future. You never know, but as it stands I feel that's very unlikely. But overall, what do I think of Torchwood Series 5? Do I think it's going to happen? I genuinely think within the next 5 years there's a good chance of Torchwood coming back. I think the BBC they're smart. They're going to be noticing that a lot of fans want it. There was a lot of hype for John Barron's return in Revolution of the Daleks. John Barrowman is trying himself to kind of get back into Torchwood. He wants BBC to bring it back, and I just think if the BBC are smart, they will see the interest is there and they will bring it back within the next 5 years. I don't personally think it will be under the reins of Russell T Davies. I think Russell T Davies is done with Torchwood. I do think, however, there's a good chance they will get a new showrunner in, potentially Chris Chibnall when he leaves Doctor Who, or even a new showrunner from the likes of Torchwood. I'm sure they can find someone if they try hard enough. But what do you guys think? Do you think Torchwood will ever return? Do you think the show is just dead and it's just not going to come back, unfortunately? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, really appreciate it, and please subscribe, of course, for future content. I do weekly videos, and at the moment with lockdown, I'm doing more than one video a week, which is obviously super exciting. But yeah guys, thanks for watching, take care, and see you all next time.